Hi හැමෝටම.
Hello හැමෝටම.
iPhone හැමෝටම.
Hello everyone.
ඔක්තෝබර් 1 වෙනිදා පටන් ගන්න Calyx Influencer Showdown තරගාවලියේ
මගේ ටීම් එකට
මගේ ටීම් එකට
මගේ teams වලට support කරන්න.
අපේ ටීම් එක සපෝට් කරන්න අමතක කරන්න එපා. Calyx Influencer Showdown තරගාවලිය දිනන්නේ කවුද?
Calyx Influencer Showdown තරගාවලිය දිනන්න යන්නේ කවුද?
දිනන්නේ කවුද?
කමෙන්ට් එකක් දෙන්න බලන්න.
Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Calyx Sri Lanka's Influencer Showdown Grand Finals happening today after over 1 month of intense gaming across multiple qualifiers and then the final showdown between the 8 teams. We do have the final 2 teams on our hand. It's going to be Team Nix taking on WG New Order. And this is how the bracket basically fell. We had UG going up against NA Whiffmasters, and NA Whiffmasters came out on top 2-1 in that matchup. We had WG Miss Walkers taking on Team Nix. Team Nix managed to close it out 2-0 on that map. And then on the other side, we had the likes of Cloyd taking on New Order, where New Order was able to close that out 2-0 as well. And Revolutionary Gamers fell to Lexus Gaming 2-0. And then we did come to the semi-finals, which did happen yesterday, and it was one hell of a semi-finals. We did have some upsets happen. We did have the dark horses of the tournament, Team Whiffmasters, getting knocked out by Team Nix in an intense second match, which went into double OT. But it was Team Nix coming out on top 2-0 to make themselves way into the grand finals. Then the next semi-finals was WG New Order versus the Maldivian #1 squad Lexus Gaming, which also ended in 2-0, but another intense matchup between the 2 teams. But right now, we do have the 2 grand finals. It is none other than WG New Order and Team Nix. The interesting part of this is that WG New Order has been the team to beat since the start of the tournament, the favorites to take it all the way, and they are looking absolutely strong. And then on the other hand, we have the likes of Team Nix, who did falter in the first qualifiers but have made their way through into the grand finals. They have been improving day by day. Every qualifier, every match they have played, we have seen them improve and grow, and they have got themselves into the grand finals in very convincing fashion, 2-0ing almost everyone since their final qualifier. Starting off with Miss Walkers in that last qualifier that they did play, and they haven't dropped a map since. But we'll have to wait and see how they face off against this powerhouse that is WG New Order. And of course, just before we do get into the game, a reminder, we will be showcasing the Calyx SL best clips today. We did have the community competition happening throughout the entire week. We had multiple competitions happening throughout the entire month. But it is the final competition that did happen this week was the Calyx SL best clips. And we will be showcasing those, the montage of the clips after the game #1, and of course deciding the winner after game #2 as well. And of course Valorant gift cards being given away from Calyx Sri Lanka to the winners of this. And a reminder, guys, this is the biggest Valorant tournament that has been seen in Sri Lanka. 200,000 rupees in prize money across the qualifiers and the final showdown. Final showdown boasting of 100,000 rupees of that. And the first 2 teams are obviously walking away with a lot of money since they won some money on the qualifiers as well. So a lot of money on offer for all these teams who are taking part. Having said that, I do have 2 very special guests joining me just before we get into game #1. It's going to be Lily and Hashano. Lily and Hashano. Hello Lily, hello Hashano, කොහොමද?
iPhone.
Hi කවුද?
අයිබෝන් දැන් හොඳම වෙලා වැඩේ තියෙන දැන් ලිලිගේ ටීම් එක ඊයේ සෙමි ෆයිනල් එකේදී පරදුනා ඇත්තටම මේ හෂානෝගේ ටීම් එකට තමයි හෂානෝගේ ටීම් එකයි ලිලිගේ ටීම් එක අතර තමයි ඊයේ සෙමි ෆයිනල් මැච් එක තිබුණේ. මම දැන් WG New Order Maldivian ටීම් එක Lexus Gaming එක තමයි මැච් එක තිබුණේ. නමුත් මම හිතන්නේ හැම ටීම් එකක්ම හොඳට අන්තිමට සෙල්ලම් කරා ලොකු සල්ලි ප්‍රමාණයක් දීලානේ තමයි ගියේ. මොකද්ද කියන්නේ මේ ටූර්නමන්ට් එක ගැන සහ ඔයගොල්ලෝගේ ටීම්ස් වල performance එක ගැන?
කාගෙන් දන්නේ?
දෙන්නගෙම දෙන්නයි ඕන කෙනෙක් උත්තර දෙන්න ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ. අපි ladies first කියලා අපි ඉස්සෙල්ලා එහෙනම් ladies first කියලා ලිලිගෙන් අහමු. ලිලි කියන්න ඕන කොහොමද ඔයගේ thoughts මේක ගැන?
ඊයේ මැච් එක ගොඩක් හොඳට කට්ටියම ප්ලේ කරා. බලා ඉවරනකම් ඉතින් මුලින්ම ඉතින් කරන මගේ ටීම් එකේ හොඳට සෙල්ලම් කරා. පරිවෙන්න එපා. ඉතින් අනිවාර්යෙන් අපි next time try කරමු. ඉතින් පෙරදුත් නැහැ. හොඳයි කට්ටිය. ඉතින් ටෝර්නමන්ට් එක ගැන කියනවා නම් ගොඩක් හොඳට වැඩේ වුණා. ඉතින් සෙමි ෆයිනල් එක අන්තිම එක ෆයිනල් එක බලන්න ඉතින් ආසාවෙන් තමයි ඉන්නේ.
එතකම හෂාන දැන් වාගේ ටීම් එක ග්‍රෑන්ඩ් ෆයිනල්ස් එකේ තමයි ඉන්නේ. යන්නේ ඩකාගේ ක්වොලිෆයියෙන් ආපු ටීම් නික්ස් එක තමයි යන්නේ මැච් එක. මොකක්ද හිතන්නේ? හිතනවාද WG new order මැච් එක දිනන්න පුළුවන් වෙයි කියලා?
මම ඊයේත් කිව්වා අපේ ටීම් එක තමයි හොඳටම කරන්නේ. ඉතින් කියන්න දෙන්නේ දින්නත් පැරදුනත් ඔයාලා දැන්ටම දිනලා ඉවරයි කියන එක තමයි මට හැමතිස්සම කියන්න තියෙන්නේ. හේතුව ඔයාලා දක්ෂයි, පැරදුන ටීම් එකක් දක්ෂයි. දුක්ෙන් දෙපා ඊළඟ ආයි කම්පිටිෂන් එකකින් ආයි ඔයාලත් අපි හම්බෙමු. කොහොම හරි ෆයිනල් එකේ දිනන්නේ අපි මගේ ටීම්.
හරි ඒත් එක්කම මම දැන් දන්නවා ඔයගොල්ලෝ දැන් Valorant කියන ගේම් එක මම හිතන්නේ Calyx එක්ක ඔයගොල්ලෝගේ ස්ට්‍රීම්ස් වලත් සෑහෙන පෙන්නලා තියෙනවා. කොහොමද කමියුනිටි එකෙන් තිබිලා තියෙන ෆීඩ්බැක් එක? මම හිතන්නේ හුඟක් දෙනෙක් මම හිතන්නේ ගේම් එකට එකතු වෙලා ඉන්නවද? කොහොමද ඉන්ට්‍රස්ට් එක කමියුනිටි එකේ ගේම් එක සම්බන්ධයෙන්?
Valorant ගේම් එක දැන් මේ අතරම මම නිකන් ඉද්දි දැන් සෙල්ලම් කරනවා. ඉතින් දැන් හෙට අනිද්දා ආයිනතත් ඒක ලයිව් දෙනවා මමත්. ඉතින් ඒ ආසාව ඇති උනේ ඔයාලගේ ටූර්නමන්ට් එක බලලා. ඉතින් ඉස්සරහට දිගටම මම ඊළඟට එයිද දන්නේ නැහැ ඔයාලගේ ටූර්නමන්ට් එක සෙල්ලම් කරන ප්ලේයර් කෙනෙක් විදියට.
අපි ආසාවෙන් බලන් ඉන්නවා. ලිලි මොකද හිතන්නේ? කොහොමද කමියුනිටි එකෙන් තිබිලා තියෙන ෆීඩ්බැක් එක මේ වෙනකන්?
ගොඩක් අය ඊළඟ පාර මේකට ජොයින් වෙන්න අහනවා. මම ඊකේ වගේ ගොඩක් කමෙන්ට්ස් තිබ්බා. හැමෝම අහනවා තව එකක් තියෙනවද ඉස්සරහට මේ වගේ වෙනවද කියලා. ඉතින් ගොඩක් අය ආසාවෙන් බලන් ඉන්නා. මගෙත් ස්ට්‍රීම් එකේ Valorant ඉස්සරහටත් කන්ටිනියු කරන් යනවා. මම දැන්වත් ස්ට්‍රීම් කරනවා. ඉස්සරහට ඉතින් කන්ටිනියු කරන් යනවා. ඉතින් ටච් එකේ ඉන්න තව තියෙනවා ඉස්සරහට මේකෙන් ඉවර නෑ Calyx.
හරි thank you so much හෂාන් වලි. මම හිතන්නේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ මාස් කමියුනිටි එකට කියන්නේ මම හිතන්නේ ඔයගොල්ලෝගේ ෆලෝවර්ස් ලොකු පිරිසක් ඉන්නවා. ඒගොල්ලන්ට මේ වගේ ගේම් එකක් ඉස්සරහට අරන් යන්න උදව් කරන එක සහ Calyx එකත් එක්ක එකතු වෙලා මේ කරන වැඩේට බොහොමත්ම ස්තුතියි. මම හිතන්නේ සෑහෙන ලොකු වැඩක් කරලා තියෙනවා ලංකාවේ Valorant කමියුනිටි එක ඩෙවලොප් කරන්න. thank කරන ගමන් මම කියනවා මැච් එක එන්ජොයි කරන්න. මම හිතන්නේ හෂාන් බලාගෙන ඉන්නවා. එයාගේ ටීම් එක දෙන්නකම් අපි යමු ටක් ගාලා මැච් එක බලන්න. thank you so much මාත් එක්ක ජොයින් වුණාට.
ජය වේවා.
So there you have it, guys. That was Hashano and Lily, and of course Hashano waiting until Team New Order makes their way through Team Neeks to become the grand champions of the Calyx Sri Lanka Influencer Showdown. And of course, joining me as always to talk about the match and take you all through the play-by-play analysis is going to be none other than Roscoe. Roscoe, are you here with me? What do you think about the game going in? Team Neeks taking on WG New Order. What are your thoughts right now?
First of all, can you hear me? Do I sound spammy?
Yes.
Is it all
No,
good?
no,
Yeah, okay.
you're all good.
Okay, because I'm pretty sure today's going to be an exciting match and I don't want to spam any one of our viewers' mics, headphones. Either way, the match is going to be exciting. There has been a couple of times where New Order had played against Nyx, but this is not the same Nyx we're talking about. This is a new and improved Nyx going up against the new and improved New Order, so it's going to be very exciting, very intense for the most part.
Yeah, and let's take a quick look at the rosters here. We do have Reheya, Cosmos, Kenji, Zero, and I think instead of Fly Zero, we have Gears, I think, if I'm not mistaken, on the side of Team Nyx, or unless they are the same person, because I get a little bit confused. Their in-game name tends to be a little bit different. But on the side of WG New Order, it's going to be Kapumba, Vision, Crom, Scrim, and Lino. And WG New Order looks strong, and like you said, they have faced off against each other, and New Order has put Team Nyx to shame on multiple occasions when they have met and has not dropped a game against them since. But like you said, Team Nyx is not the same team that we have seen in that first qualifier when we saw, I think they took part in Hashano's qualifier, the first ever qualifier for Calyx Sri Lanka's Influencer Showdown. And they did lose that, but they have been improving significantly and day by day, and they haven't dropped a map since losing that first qualifier. And they have been able to 2-0 all their opponents to get into the grand final. So definitely not the same team that we saw so many months back. And also the fact that now they have that added advantage of having very close friends from UG, the likes of Roach, Benji, and Defiance is obviously going to have helped them out a lot. Especially yesterday in that semi-final match against the NFF Masters, who was the dark horses and looked to be extremely strong, having taken down UG themselves. They look to be favorites to get themselves into the finals, and Team Nyx was able to 2-0 them. So I'm assuming that Team Nyx will be able to give us a good fight, maybe even go into that third map decider as well, which we haven't seen. I mean, New Order has been 2-0ing everyone, Team Nyx has been 2-0ing everyone, and we want to see this third game today.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this could potentially go all the way because I'm pretty sure they've got Team Knicks have got very good advice, some training from the big guys up there at UG. But the same goes for Nevada. Nevada, I mean, they seem to mesh so well together, and I don't think they've been scrimming for too long either. Because the second they came up with the new roster and they came into like the very first game, very first tournament, it was just bonkers the way they started playing, and it was against Lectures Gaming as well. I think that first match. But according to the map vetoes, we are going to see the first map on Haven. So Nevada are very good on Haven, and Team Knicks as well, which means we might see the Jet operator or the Jet players on both sides start to pop off early in this game.
And Split being banned out by Team Knicks, rightly so. Like I said, the last time that New Order faced off against Team Knicks, New Order did put them to shame on Split, and they made it look easy. So obviously they don't want to face off against New Order on Split. And Team New Order banning out Breeze, rightly so. Team Knicks has not dropped a game on Breeze. They did manage to win against NAOF Masters and Miss Walkers from WG as well. So they are extremely strong on this map. Even when it went to OT, they kept their composure to win Breeze and has not dropped a game on Breeze since. But interesting pick up Haven. We know that WG New Order is extremely strong. They did play Haven against Lectures Gaming yesterday, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they did.
And then Ascent as well. Ascent was the pick from Lectures Gaming, but New Order just did not let anything get away from them. It was a straight up 2-0 coming out from them in that semi-final as well. So another strong map. But that the interesting map is going to be Icebox, the Decider. This is WG New Order's map. And this is I love this map as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know about WG New Order's map, but it is your favorite map, and I know you'll have a lot of fun casting it. So in any way, if it does go into the third map, we are in for a banger. Haven's going to be interesting. Ascent, of course, definitely going to be intense as well because, Ascent, the most generic map. We've seen it in every tournament. We've seen so many teams coming up with it, and it has been there for quite some time. So obviously these guys know what they're doing and how to work around Ascent. But Haven is definitely going to be exciting. Can't wait to see what they have in store for us. Oh, especially us knowing now that New Order can go on a different comp by putting Crumbs on Sentinel. So I mean, that's something new we can actually talk about.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't matter whether he was on a Sentinel or a Duelist. He was, I think, second in the kill board, I think, just next to Scrim. So it doesn't really matter what agent this man is on. He's going to frag out hard. And I mean, if you can do it on a Sentinel, why not? Why not? Like, you don't need a Duelist on that role. Like, if you can frag out as a Sentinel, then you have that added advantage of being able to hold down a site and a man who can frag at the same time. And we might see that situation on Haven, actually, because Haven has tended to be that single duelist meta on Haven for the most part, but we do see that pocket pick coming up with the likes of Phoenix being brought into the play. We might see one of these teams bring it out, but I don't think I haven't seen Phoenix being brought up by any of these teams so far, though.
Yeah, and we are moving into Agent Select, and you called it right. We are not going to be seeing Phoenix, but we are going to see Sky, which does tend to replace Phoenix on most maps, at least nowadays.
And we do have Crumbs on the this is what I wanted to see. Crumbs on Raze is always a pleasure to watch. This man, I mean, the best Raze player, hands down, I think, in Sri Lanka right now. I don't think he is contested as the best Raze man. He's absolutely insane whichever map he plays, and it actually works out well on Haven. You have very tight angles to play, other than on B site, I think, going into Garage, even A site through Swers, and then even going into C site. And if you're attacking C site, you obviously have one or two people coming through Garage, and Raze allows you to do that by being able to put that boom bot. You know, you have the paint shells to clear out angles, and I think Raze is a really decent pick on Haven. And in the hands of someone like Crumbs, it's definitely going to be insane.
Not just Crumbs, you also want to keep your eye out on Kapumba, the man on the Astra. By statistics, he seems to be the player that can constantly solo hold sides using his utility and can go in aggressive and clutch rounds up New Order as well. So he's a very important factor when it comes to why New Order have been winning these days.
Yes, his utility usage. I think even though WG New Order is a new squad, they have been able to gel well together as a team and has been using has been playing off of each other basically. And meanwhile, we do have the game starting up. It is going to be WG New Order on the defense with Team Nix on the attack. It seems to be a bit of default here. They are trying to push through Garage here, not finding anything for the time being at least.
And keep your eyes on the position that Crumbs has already got. They have left the C side open, but that is because Crumbs has got himself into C cubby. So in case this default doesn't work out for Nix and they do decide to hit C in a fast push, they might get caught out by Crumbs and his utility.
And Crumbs really has not moved, but now he is actually pushing, getting a little bit impatient, just staying there for the longest time. Scrim in the meantime is holding down A all by himself. So, we might see action here. Crumbs is going to find one, but will get traded down immediately by Reheya. And that's going to be C long at least cleared for the time being, but we do have players rotating in. We have Lino and Kapumba inside. But again, just playing for pickoffs right now. It's a very slow push. And we do see Team Nix rotating out of C. Try to get some information, still not finding any. The timer, they are on a timer here down to the last 20 seconds. Now they are moving towards the A side here. Strim is going to be the only man inside, but we do see support coming in. How much damage can Strim do before he goes?
12 seconds, 10 seconds on the clock. And Scrim still outside.
Good for one. He gets two.
Can he stop the spike? No, he's not going to. But this is smart play from Scrim.
Dashes out Reheya, good for one kill on Dino, but Scrim coming through here down to 30 HP. It's a 2v2. Kapumba manages to clear out gears. Now Reheya in a 1v2 here. Scrim is extremely low. He is waiting for support here. Going to rotate around. They are playing ring around the roses right now. He does get Scrim. It's a 1v1 and it is going to be Kapumba cleaning it out. And they do win the first pistol round on New Order. Team Nix cutting it a little bit too close there for the plant, but does get it off. But Scrim the man holding down the side though.
Yeah, and I mean, credits to Crumbs. I mean, yes, sure, he was impatient, but he did win out his duel. He did get traded out. But credits to Scrim as well for keeping his composure, finding 2 frags, and then playing his life, not pushing out of the smoke to try stop that spike. I mean, he could have, but the fact that he played his life for so long, giving Kapumba this information towards the end in this 1v2, more than enough.
Yeah, more than enough. And I think hats off to Genshi as well. Scrim was able to get those pickouts due to the recon dart that gave him information through the smoke level. He managed to get both those kills through the smoke. Meanwhile, we do see Cosmos getting Crumbs here. Not something that you would see him losing out a duel. And Kapumba, in the meantime, will clear out gear. So it's a trade happening again. 0 onto Kapumba. The classic shots are working out, and now the upgrade's coming out. But meanwhile, Genshi will take a kill onto Kenji with a shot. That Genshi good for 2. Kenji holding down C-side alone here. Goes in, Cosmos good for 1, but Scrim is going to be there for the trade. But damage done onto the side of New Order here.
Crumbs losing out his fight in the beginning, but the trades are really good from Kapumba and Genji. Standing strong. This man, I hope he doesn't DC because I don't want to see New Order playing out of vengeance. But found a kill with the shock dart, found a kill, 2 kills with the Spectre. This man is on fire with his utility and his gunplay.
Yeah, this has been the case. I mean, Genshi disconnecting, I mean, we could expect it somewhere in the middle of the game. I feel like there hasn't been a game where Genshi hasn't disconnected at least once. Hopefully it doesn't happen. Hopefully he gets played this entire match through. I mean, it is the grand finals. You don't want to see anything like that. But right now it does look like the full gun run coming out for Team Nix. They are going to go.
Oh no!
Crumbs. Oh my lord, the judge!
Crumbs is up. He's up close and personal. Crumbs wants this fight. He has a judge. He wants more.
Meanwhile, Genshi gets another here, pushing through the judge. Working out, Crumbs gets another. This is horrible for Team Nix right now. Reheya standing back here and they are getting pushed through city. Reheya gets Scrim. Kenji manages to get Crumbs, but the backstab coming out from Genji gets one. The last man surviving. It's going to be Kenji, going to be cleaned out by Kapumba. Team Nix in all sorts of trouble, and it's all on the back of Crumbs with the judge with that opening. I mean, how do you push this man on a judge?
I want to see a little bit of replay. I'm pretty sure Crumbs double-sided to get into a shot that fast and judged right into the face of the players of Nix who were trying to go in for that A pop. That is something they were not expecting, and that's something a lot of teams wouldn't expect because it's so rare to see a raise on Haven. You will not expect close-up play like that, and once again Crumbs looking for an early fight. He's going to be pushing up C long. Okay, he gets himself into cubby.
with the operator in play for Scrim as well. This is the danger man, and meanwhile Genshi will pick off Kenji all the way in windows here at mid. Krom still pushing, he finds one, he will be good for the kill onto Reheya, and now Scrim also has pushed up with him, looking for more here. But right now down to the last two. Gears does pick up one, Gears finds another onto Genshi here with the Sheriff, working out for him. And now in a 3v2 here, we have seen the slow down now. The op shot from Scrim misses out onto Genshi. Sorry, Gears here.
Revealing area.
Gears has idea of where Kroms is now. Kroms holding it off and spam through, and he's going to be good for the kill. Kroms peeking at the right moment, and will finish him off 0 with the Spectre here. Last man surviving up against the 3. And the spike is all the way at C long here. Actually, no, it's all the way near CT.
And Kroms and Scream are looking for this next fight.
They're boxing 0 in from all sides here. Not going to be easy. The blind goes through, but Kroms does not miss a shot. Another headshot coming out from him to clean up the round. It's 4-0 in favor of Team New Order here. Clinical performance coming out from them so far.
And I mean, what we're seeing already from New Order is they're not here to lose. They're playing to win, and they're playing so aggressive, especially Kroms. And when you have Kroms coming out at you, up in your face before the round even starts, how do you deal with that?
I think this is what Team Neeks needed to work before they came into the game. Because the last time these two teams faced off, this is the exact same thing Kroms was doing. So they still haven't found an answer to this. Because Kroms, like I said, he is his most aggressive player, regardless of whether they are on defense or attack. He's rushing in. He's getting that entry frag always, and he never loses a duel. Like that first frag, he always gets. There's going to be an A hit here. They are going to be rushing in. Lino finds a kill onto Kenji already, and this is already man down, and the showstopper coming out from Kroms will clean out Cosmos down to the last 3 on the side of Team Neeks here. And the last 2 are going to be taking the spike and going all the way into C side. But Genshi has an idea that this is happening. He heard this. He heard the rotation happening, so he's going to be calling it out. And they're going to box them in.
These guys have to get the spike down right now. They need to get it down before the players of New Order rush them onside. And Genshi's already found one. I think he's going to find 2. He does find 2. Oh my
Spike will go down, but doesn't really matter. Scrim is going to be there for the last kill onto Kenji there. I don't know, it was Reheya there on the Killjoy left alone. But again, what a clinical performance. They're not letting anything get away from them. Like, how do you enter the side on attack if the defensive side is the one that is attacking? Like, Team Neeks needs to find an answer. They either need to slow it down and maybe try and pick off Kroms and Lino the read.
It was not just Lino's read, it was Lino's positioning at that point. Yeah. He had Scream basically baited himself out, took the shot, dashed away, and then Kenji was, dead set tunnel vision on getting Scream. And Lino just, all he had to do was sidestep to the left, wait for Kenji to dash out of that smoke, and easy frag for him. So in terms of mental warfare, right now New Order seem to be winning, but that doesn't mean Knicks are out of this yet. These guys are known to come up with a good comeback.
Takes out Reheya here, and the paint shells will take out 0 as well. They're lovely placed paint shell from there. We do have the blade storm, but not going to be good enough. Kapuba will clean him out. This is a save round coming out from the side of Team Neeks. They will find Scrim with the Marshal. Oh, Gears gets another onto Genshi, and Kapuba is going to be there for the trade. And the last man surviving, Cosmos, will get taken down right now. New Order making this look easy.
It is looking like a one-sided game at the moment, and I feel like this, if anything, this could be the time the Knicks can get a timeout done, discuss strats, and kind of realize that, okay, these guys from New Order, they are feeling confident, they are not missing their shots, so you're going to expect them to be pushing out and over-peaking, maybe even ego-peaking some angles, and Team Knicks could find an advantage in that aspect and find some early frags if they want to get themselves back into this game.
Yeah, and look at how New Order is playing. They are pushing. They are not defending sides. They're rushing out of sight looking for pickups. But they have slowed it down. Lino finds a kill onto 0 here. Already a man down. This is the problem. The first blood always has fallen on the side of Team Knicks. They cannot they're already a man down before the round even starts, and it's hurting them.
And the positioning from New Order seems to be so good. There's always someone to trade each other out. I mean, we were talking about how Knicks were really good at trading when they were playing. I feel like New Order are kind of the V2 of that.
Look at what is happening at A though. We do see Kenji getting into sight, but there's a backstab coming from Scrim here. The information is there. I think Kenji didn't hear Scrim. Scrim might get taken out here. Yes, Kenji is going to be good for the kill. That's 2 players falling. That Crumbs is going to be there for the kill onto Gears here. Crumbs has got himself all the way into CT here. Finds 2. Looking for the next. Cosmos is going to be there for the crossfire onto Crumbs. Will take him out. And now Genshi with the operator. Looking for the last man. It's going to be Cosmos, and he will get taken down. Genshi with the op. Proving that Scrim is not the only one who can play his operator.
But the aggressive positions from New Order hurting Knicks and hurting them really bad. 7-0 the scoreline right now. Things are looking very dire for Team Knicks, and as there we go, they do call for a timeout. Rightly so.
Yeah, I think they needed to break that momentum, and it's actually Genshi on the op the entire time here. Scrim is not playing the operator here. Probably one of the best operator players I have seen in the country, not on the op, giving it to his teammates, something that I wasn't expecting.
This is probably because New Order are feeling like they need to be pushing the attacking side, and they need to get out front. And I mean, Scrim, he can't really do that on an operator, but you can expect him to do that with the rifle. And we saw him the last round of yesterday's game against Lexus. Scrim started popping off on the Phantom, so you can expect a little bit more of that from him. He does get caught out here in this instance. That was Kenji playing a really smart game there, not overpeaking, waiting for Scrim to not really know where he was and getting that frag. But you still had Crumbs in the middle of the map holding down that area.
I think rightly so, and I think WG's game plan here is going to be pushing Team Knicks the entire time, because they know that they didn't find an answer to them last time, and it looks like Team Knicks hasn't found an answer this time around as well. And this aggressive play on defense is just breaking Team Knicks' confidence, and the timeout, rightly so, to be called to try and regroup and to see what they can do about this. But it's going to be a 5-man push. This is what they have normally done. But Genshi gets the first pick with the op. He tries to look for another, does not find it. Smoke is going to block this entry for the time being. The lockdown will go down from Reheya. They are trying to go into C side here, but the rotation is coming out. The flank is going to be there as well. But how much can they do here? This Reheya gets picked off here from Scrim, but the trades are going to be there. 2 players down already. They're looking for more, but Scrim is going to be good for 2. He is doing it for New Order here and finds the 3rd as well, clearing out the round down to 1 HP.
Scrim did not even need an operator to do that. Just the rifle. 4 frags on the round, and I mean, the rotation from New Order was so fast. The utility, I thought I saw Crum somewhere in mid, and the second the lockdown went down, I saw the boom but also coming up C long. Rotations are so good from New Order.
Yeah, and they were expecting this, right? Because defaulting for Team Knicks has not worked out, and as soon as one or two players were spotted C long, they immediately started rotating. They knew that this was going to happen. Meanwhile, Genshi with the op here finds a kill on, Genshi finds a pick off onto Kenji here, and that's their main fragger on the side of Team Knicks down. And look at this push coming through. Cosmos will find the kill onto Genshi with that tap from the Sheriff here. But double operators in play for Team New Order. Scrim and Genshi both on ops here. But 0 will take out Scrim. Reheya will get the pick off on the Crumbs as well. This is the first round that Team New Order might actually lose out on. Paying for the aggressive plays coming out. It's a big push, but Dino is going to be good for the kill onto Gears here. They are still pushing through mid here. 3 players left alive, up against 2. And Dino goes in for the lockdown, trying to secure B side here, and it's going to force the rest of Team Knicks out of here.
Oh my god, New Order are making Knicks play their game right now. They want them to come into A, and that's because Kapumba is on a Heaven. But Cosmos does have a couple of stars to work with. He can smoke off Heaven while they push in, but he has to time it right.
Oh my god, the shots from Kapumba. He finds 2, he finds 3. Oh my lord, Kapumba holds down its site alone. What do you do against New Order right now? Team Needs are being put to shame right now. They cannot enter site. They are trying different things, but New Order is reading them like a book.
And we were I mean, I brought up before the game started about how Kapumba can solo whole sites by himself. He didn't use a single bit of utility that in that piece. It was just him and his raw aim winning that round for New Order.
30 seconds left.
This is just a clinical performance coming out from New Order. I thought that round they will drop it, but it's Kapumba stepping up. I mean, you do lose a few players, but you always have like all 5 players who are able to frag out here. It's just that they are not on duelist.
And once again,
Scrim trying to go in aggressive there, will get picked off by Kenji, and that's the first time that the first player has fallen on the side of New Order. Toms will find Cosmos here. He has pushed through C-Long. He's almost at CT right now and playing around. The showstopper goes in, does tag him out, does not get the kill though. Look at this.
oh, this positioning from Chroms! My heavens, Chroms, what is this confidence?
And the last man surviving will get cleared out by Kapumba. What is New Order on? This is 10-0 in a grand finals game number 1. Team Nyx is being read so much. I mean, like, I don't understand.
It's not about Team New Order reading Team Nyx. They are making Nyx play their New Order's game. They want Nyx to play this way. They're forcing them. So right now, Nyx are not doing anything that they have come up to play. As in, they're not running any of their strats, and they can't.
Get out of my way!
I honestly now do not know what Team Nyx can do. I thought they might be able to turn things around, but meanwhile, Genshi, Scrim already finding kills here. New Order finds another Scrim. Already 3 players down on the side of Team Nyx here. Team Nyx in trouble here. Cosmos will find the first kill onto Scrim here. Genshi will be there for the trade onto Ray, and now the last man surviving is going to get boxed up here. Cosmos is going to get taken down. That's 11-0 right now. New Order firing on all cylinders on all 5 players.
Oh my goodness. Every time the round starts, I see Chroms running it down C long, and I am already scared for Nyx. Every single round.
I mean, they know that this is happening. Why not put 1 or 2 players here, catch out the aggression coming out, and maybe try to trade off at least? Because right now they're losing the trades, they're losing the 1v1 duels.
I mean, in every round, the gunfire or the firefights have been happening not even at mid, it's been towards the attacker spawn. And once again, Genshi peeking through garage doors finds Rhea. Now Rhea, that's the IGL of the team gone. That does give him some space to call out a different strat for Team Nyx. But look at this Team Nyx, they're already, I mean, New Order are already in Team Nyx's head, and they're not even moving an inch. They're still holding their ground. They're expecting New Order to keep pushing further and further.
But New Order, they are not doing it this time around.
Blinded.
They're actually staying, but Chroms is actually moving up. I mean, you would expect this man not to stay in one place. Is getting himself into mid windows here, looking for anyone trying to come in here. Because right now, Team Nyx still waiting out. They have to play the timer as well. They need to get a plant down to 50 seconds here. And this has allowed Chroms to get a very aggressive position. He does get spotted out though. He's going to satchel himself out, but will get caught out by Kenji. And this is exactly what Team Nyx was looking for. Making it an even fight now. But 36 seconds on the clock. Zero trying to go into garage here. Will go in. Does get gravity pulled up. Kapumba in the smoke. He's going to jump down. And he's going to get taken down. Gets shots being missed. The astral divide comes up. Zero will find the kill on Genshi as well. And meanwhile, Scrim goes in, finds another. Oh my lord, this man! No, you do not push Scrim.
Oh
Zero
my
will get Kenji and Scrim for the kill on Cosmos. No, you do not push Scrim.
Match point.
That's a big no. This man just held down a 1v3 on site. What is happening?
I have never seen New Order play like this. None of them are missing any shots. None of them are making any mistakes. And look at this. I was so expecting Scream to throw out a right click there, but no, he still left clicks. Extremely good stuff.
Because at that close range, really thought he will just right click, and try to reset with a dash or something, but he does go for the left click and then like trades up into the operator again to get that last kill. Insane stuff. This is just such a clinical performance coming out from New Order, and it's a 12-0 half. What more could you say?
And if Team Nyx loses this round, they are going to have to focus just on the next map. But it looks like they have a 3-stack towards C. They're leaving B completely and wide open. New Order now feeling things out, trying to catch anyone from Nyx. Nyx have to play this smart. They have to get the trade game that will go in their favor. And Kenji in a very good position. He does have gears to base it out, and Kenji finds the frag onto Scrim. This is looking good for Nyx. Nyx might have a way back into this.
Chroms in the meantime finds gears, but will get traded out immediately by Kenji. Kenji doing work for Team Nyx here, but now A-side control has been given out. They are waiting for the plan to go down, but meanwhile Lino coming into the backstab finds Kenji, and he's going to go inside. Oh, Kenji, good for 3k here, doing work for Team Nyx. Can he find more? 2 players left. The plant will finally go down. It is going to be Genshi and Kapumba holding this down. Cosmos, the rest of the team is rotating in. Cosmos does get tagged down, and Genshi is going to be good for the kill on Cosmos. Kenji coming through heaven, finds the 4k here. Kapumba, the last man alive, up against 2. He's good for 1, but no 0 is going to be there for the trade, and that's going to be the first round. The pistol round won by Team Nyx, finally getting points on the board here.
And Team Nyx almost got caught out by Lino as well. Kenji on a 4k. Kenji, the man coming alive for Team Nyx to keep them in this. He actually almost did get caught out by Lino as well, but Lino's shots just a little lagging behind as Kenji managed to hop away, comes back and finds that frag. If Kenji had died there, things would have looked a lot worse.
Party's over.
Looking at the replay here, Kenji though doing work for the team. This entire round was on Kenji. Those 4 kills that he got and the rotations that he made to get those. He got the first 2 initial picks. He backed off, comes through CT again, gets another, drops through Haven. This man playing, trying to carry right now. Oh my God, down to 19 HP here. Crumbs going to go to. They have Force bot here, and they do spot out. Scrim spots out Kenji, but Reheya finds 1. Lino is there for the trade. Cosmos is going to come in, gets 2 here, and now bringing it down to a 2v2. The Force by taking Team Nyx by surprise here. Shock that goes through, not going to land on anyone.
It does tag up Kenshi though.
Yeah.
And now a 2v2 to keep Nyx's hopes alive. Cosmos coming in from CT, gear swings from Garage, he finds the kill, and 0 will be able to close out the next round. This was a force buy from New Order, which means they should potentially get another round, because this will force New Order to save once again. But expensive rounds for Nyx.
Definitely expensive rounds coming out for New Order here, and mind you, we have seen Team Nyx come back from scores like 9-3 to force multiple OTs, and there is still a possibility. It's a massive mountain to climb. It is not an easy mount. It was a 12-0 half, so it's definitely not an easy. It's the hardest that you will ever have to climb, and especially against a team like New Order. But can they actually do it? But now Team Neo is actually going to buy up again.
Oh, they do not want. They're not gonna let Nyx get away with this. They want to keep fighting and fighting and fighting. They're not gonna let Nyx buy up.
Chroms gets blinded up, and he will get taken down. Zero is going to be there for the kill. He's going to get 2. Will get traded up by Kapumba, but numbers advantage to the defending team here. Team Nyx trying to get another on Kapumba. He's going to get 1. And meanwhile, Reheya finds Kapumba, but Lino is there to trade on to Cosmos. 3v2 now. Lino finds it, makes it a 2v2. Reheya is going to go down in Garage. Lino finds another, and Kenshi for the final kill. Ladies and gentlemen, New Order taking game number 1 in very convincing fashion. I mean, no words. We knew how strong New Order was coming into this tournament. From the beginning of it, they did look like the top dogs. I mean, they did get through qualifiers with absolute ease. They got through the quarters, they got through the semi-finals against Lexus Gaming, who was a very strong opponent, mind you. The best team coming out from Maldives, and they made it 2-0. But this is not even the same team that we saw during the semi-finals against Lexus Gaming. They're on a different drug right now. I mean, like, what do you do against this team?
New Order look inhuman right now. That's how I can sum it up. They look inhuman, and the fact that they kept force buying to not let Nyx a chance into this game, I mean, that's a good strat as well, and it paid off in the end. But I felt like they might actually lose it because Cosmos got a 2K on site. Both the duelists he managed to bring down before he got traded out, and I thought for sure New Order were going to lose another round, but I mean, you can't count Lino out. Lino comes and finds another 2, evening things up, and the rest of the team doing the last bit of the work, and New Order win the first map 13-2.
32. This is not what we were expecting coming into this grand final, but Genshi and Kapumba, these two. Genshi especially, I mean, he was on the op most of the time. I mean, 20 frags under his belt. This man was getting kills with shock darts. You name it, he was holding down C site almost alone most of the time. And we cannot forget that play made by Scrim holding down C against 3 people who was rushing him down through garage. I mean, some insane plays coming out from a New Order. I feel like Team Nyx now they are going into Haven was actually picked up by Team Nyx, right, if I'm not mistaken, but now they are going to go into New Order's map, which is going to be Ascent. But the thing about Ascent is it's a map that both teams are going to be very comfortable with, because it is the map that has been played since the beginning of Valorant, and all teams are going to be comfortable with it. It's going to be interesting to see how Team Nyx are going to be able to stop Neo, because Neo, it doesn't matter whether they are on defense or attack. It's like they have one word: attack. You know, that's it. They only know attack. There's no defense in this.
Yeah, that's the only strat they have in their book: attack, 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 attack. That's what they did on Haven, and it might be a little. I mean, maybe so, because even on Ascent against Lexus Gaming yesterday, we saw them do the same thing. They were constantly attacking B main on defense, constantly attacking A main on defense, and Kroms kept forgetting that he was on a Sentinel. So I feel like we're going to keep. We're going to see more of the same from New Order. That is, unless Nyx can find a way to neutralize it completely. And I mean, even I can't really figure out what Nyx can do right now to stop this aggression from New Order.
I think the only hope that they had for some time was that one time that they were just sitting outside of just at CT basically on C site, middle as well as A, just sitting outside waiting for a New Order to push in, and that almost worked out. I mean, it came close, because Kroms had pushed out so far. He did get tagged up by that owl drone, and that was one of the first rounds. I think they got a first blood, and I think that was one of those rounds that could have worked out for them. I think the same strategy might work out on Ascent, because right now New Order does not seem to stop on their attack, and we do see Kroms pushing C long. We did see him push out B long. I mean B main, and I mean these guys have been pushing. That's all they know how to do right now, and it feels like. But the only problem here is it is either Kroms or Scrim pushing out, but the rest of them are holding down side. And mind you, all these 3 players are able to frag out. We saw Kapumba getting the 3K, solo holding A side there. We saw Genshi holding down a site alone. We saw Scrim, when he did not push out, hold down the site 1v3. So you need to be able to win these gun duels as well, and you cannot afford to peak them 1v1, because right now, they're feeling it on the day. Their aim is on point. I mean, we saw Kroms, I think, at one point coming into C long and then getting out the showstopper, getting a kill, or tagging one player up and then satcheling himself on top of a box. Like, what do you do against a player who's playing so aggressive? You need to be there for the trade.
Yeah, I mean, there's almost nothing you can do. Kroms is feeling himself for sure. And maybe you were right, that one round you did bring up. It was actually Nyx who did not find the first blood. It was still Genshi who peeked out a garage and found Raya. And I feel like what happened after that was what could actually help Nyx win the next game, because New Order playing so fast, if you slow down the game, you take the momentum out of their hands, and when they've lost their timings, they kind of get lost in the sauce. They don't really know what to do, and that's why you saw Kroms now. He's like in the middle of the map, no one is speaking him, and then there's the owl drone coming, spots him out, and he has to get out, get spammed through a smoke. So maybe what Nyx can do is slow down the game. Like, I mean, it'll be very slow if you want to get New Order, knock them off their game basically.
Yeah, and the funny thing is though, like against Lexus Gaming, when you saw New Order, okay, but before we get into that, actually, we do have the head-to-head here, Genshi or Vision on that Sova, 20 frags, and Cosmos the top fragger on the side of team. Look at the difference. I mean, could you even compare this at this point? I mean, 8 kills to 20 right now on the side of New Order, 5 first bloods. On, mind you, an initiator here, it's not even a duelist, and this was the Sova holding down C side alone most of the time. 5 first bloods, 336 combat score. I think the scores and the stats speak for itself. And what I was going to say is that New Order right now, I feel like Team Nix is not a bad team in any way. I think that you can put them up against our teams like Lexus Gaming. We did see them beat out any of the Masters, Miss Walkers, even go head to head against our teams like Claw, even though they did lose that matchup to 1, but they did give a good fight. The problem here is New Order is playing a completely different playstyle from what they have played against other teams. We did see New Order against Lexus Gaming. We did see them bringing out different strategies. They slowed it down, they defaulted, but right now, New Order is playing just one mode, that is just go attack. That's about it. And I feel like that has gotten to the heads of Team Nix. I feel like right now, WG New Order is living rent-free in the heads of Team Nix, and Team Nix needs to get out of this, try to play their own game and try to break from this mentality that New Order has put into their heads that they are not going to lose. Right now, the mentality that New Order has put into Team Nix's head is that we are not going to lose, that you guys have no chance. Team Nix needs to get out of this mentality. They need to know that they have got this far. They 2-0'd almost some of the best teams in the country, that they are capable of doing this. They need to get that mentality into their head and try to come back. And this is where the experience, I think New Order has much more experience when it comes to years and years of being in the FPS genre. A lot of older players in the team as well, and this is where that experience comes into play, and New Order is executing it to perfection. And of course, before we get into game number 2, I think everyone was waiting for this. We did have a community competition happening, the Calyx SL Best Players. Let's have a look at what the submissions have been like for this week and what the best submissions have been like. And hopefully, we'll get to guess which one is the best. Meanwhile, we are looking at Niket here on the send.
I feel like I've seen this this player before. Is it Nikki? Yeah, it is that Nikki who had those really clean one taps. As well.
The teammates with the call outs as well. The Rez comes in, but he's going to be good for one. He's going to be good.
Oh.
What was the Jet trying to knife him?
No, the Jet whiffed.
Okay.
Oh my lord.
Looking at Niket again, actually. Same guy on a
different account.
Different account by the looks of it. He finds 2 here.
One enemy remaining.
Clean, absolutely clean coming from this guy. This guy has been on all of our clip submissions, I feel like every week I feel like we have seen him.
Yeah, I wonder if this guy has a team. He should be playing. He looks really good.
Yeah. Going to be definitely interesting to see. Then we have Manisha here. Manisha, I'm not entirely sure, but on a raise, on split.
I don't think he realized he picked up a Vandal with 1 bullet. Or if this is the play. It is the play! Okay, that looked so clean.
Definitely looks clean. I think I have seen this before. I think I have seen this player before. He's now on an Omen.
And out is the Riz!
No.
Oh, that definitely has to be up there. One of the best players, for sure.
Wait, what?
Atik, okay.
A 3k with 1 shot.
Chaz B.
Oh no.
No reload. Okay, he does reload. But he's found 5 already. I mean, it doesn't count. He found 5 frags without reloading a single gun.
Oh no.
Oh.
Marshall. I think we saw this guy again, right? Yes.
Yeah, he just made the enemy team regret ever switching on their PCs that day.
Oh my god, that flick. Just mind you, a Marshall headshotting left, right and center. We're looking at a guy called Ammo Maker. Okay. Interesting name.
Rightly so if he does make a good play.
Down to
I think
11
he's going
HP.
to 11 HP, finds 1.
Might be an interesting TP here. Because the spike is still down on the ground. Spotted.
And Ammo Maker.
I think the other Omen knew that it was happening. He realized that he might be at kitchen, but he didn't really clear it. He just fired and tried to get the defuse off. But I think best players are probably that Marshall play. I feel like that Marshall on Breeze was pretty sick. And what was the other one?
The Omen, the
Omen.
Omen play by Bronco, as well as
Bronco.
there was one more. There was one more that looked really clean. I think it was the one where the guy picked up the Vandal and had just one bullet in it.
Yeah.
And tapped the guy's head.
Gonna be
A lot of
interesting to
good
see.
plays. I lost track of them as well. I was just amazed by what was going on.
I mean, I hope some of these guys actually have teams, because some of those looked really good, especially Nikki, I think, who we have been seeing throughout this entire 1.5 months, or 5 weeks rather, of Calyx Sri Lanka's Influencer Showdown. Every community competition that we have had, we have seen this guy's clips have been submitted, and it's been insane. So hopefully he does have a really good team to play for. But having said that, we'll be going in for a short break. Do stay tuned in. This is the grand finals of Calyx Sri Lanka's Influencer Showdown. It's Team Nix taking on WG New Order. Enjoy the highlights, guys.
Attackers win.
Hi හැමෝටම.
Hello හැමෝටම.
අයිබොන් හැමෝටම.
Hello everyone.
ඔක්තෝබර් 5 වෙනිදා පටන් ගන්න Calyx Influencer Showdown තරගාවලියේ
මගේ ටීම් එකට
මගේ ටීම් එකට
මගේ ටීම්ස් වලට සපෝට් කරන්න.
අපේ ටීම් එක සපෝට් කරන්න අමතක කරන්න එපා. Calyx Influence Showdown තරගාවලිය විඳන්නේ කවුද?
Calyx Influencer Showdown තරගාවලිය දිනන්න යන්නේ කවුද?
දිනන්නේ කවුද?
කමෙන්ට් එකක් දෙන්න බලන්න.
Hello guys and welcome back. You are joining us live for the Calyx Sri Lanka's Influencer Showdown Grand Final. This is Team Nix taking on WG New Order, with WG New Order cleaning out the map one in very convincing fashion. Having said that, we did see the clips submitted from the community as well. We will be deciding or announcing the winner rather after the game number 2, and hopefully we will have a game number 3 as well. And of course, like also always, we do have two very special guests joining me. It is going to be none other than Daka from Daka Streaming, as well as two from 3 Idiots Gaming. It's going to be Lucifer and Crowley. Hello, Konwa.
hello.
අයිබෝන්. හරි දැන් මම දන්න තුන්දෙනාම ඉන්නවා මගේ හැබැයි ඉස්ලාම් ප්‍රශ්නේ යන්නේ ඇත්තටම ඩකාට යන්නේ. මොකද දැන් ඩකාගේ ටීම් එක තමයි ග්‍රෑන්ඩ් ෆයිනල්ස් එකේ ටීම් නීක්ස් ඇවිල්ලා ඉන්නවා ග්‍රෑන්ඩ් ෆයිනල්ස් එකට. මම හිතන්නේ හෂානුගේ ටීම් එකත් එක්ක WG New Order පළවෙනි මැච් එක WG New Order දින්නා 13-2. ඩකා හිතනවාද ටීම් නීක්ස් වලට කම්බැක් එකක් දෙන්න පුළුවන් කියලා? මොකද සෑන් අලුත් ටීම් එකක්. මම හිතන්නේ එක්ස්පීරියන්ස් එකත් එක්ක පුළුවන්ද මේ හොඳ එක්ස්පීරියන්ස් ටීම් එක WG New Order එකකින් පුළුවන්ද ටීම් නීක්ස් වලට කම්බැක් එකක් දෙන්න ඩකා?
අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම හිතන්නේ මේ ටීම් එමෙමයි ඒකේ පොයින්ට්ස් අනුව අපි බැලුවොත් ඉතින් කොහොමද 32 කියන්නේ සෑහෙන ලොකු වෙනසක් අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම ඒත් ඒකේ නික්ස් හොඳ පර්ෆෝමන්ස් එකක් අත්‍තරම දුන්නා මේ ඒගොල්ලන් කිල්ස් එම ඒගොල්ලන් සිකියර් කරගත්තා සයිට් එකට මේ කොහොමරි පුෂ් කරගෙන ගියා සමහර විට ඒගොල්ලන්ට ප්ලාන්ට් කරන්න chance එක එම හම්බුණා හැබැයි ඉතින් ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ අර පොඩ්ඩක් අර මූවමන්ට්ස් ටික ෆාස්ට් වැඩි ඉතින් පොඩ්ඩක් ස්ලෝ ඩවුන් කරලා ඒගොල්ලන් ටයිම් එක අරන් ගියවුවා නම් ඇත්තටම කිව්වොත් ඒ වගේ දෙයක් ඒගොල්ලන් කරා නම් ඇත්තටම හොඳ chance එකක් තියෙනවා දෙවෙනි ගේම් එකේ ආයි bring back කරන්න හැබැයි දැන් ඉතින් තියෙන විදියට ඉතින් දැනට මම හිතන්නේ ඒගොල්ලන් වෝම් අප් කරන්න දැන් ඉතින් පොඩ්ඩක් ටයිම් එකෙම එන්නේ නැති අනිත් එක සාමාන්‍යයෙන් ඒ වගේ loss එකක් හම්බුනාම ඊළඟගේ ඊට වඩා හොඳට ගන්න තමයි ගොඩක් කට්ටිය බලාපොරොත්තු වෙමින් ඉන්නේ ඉතින් කොහොමද chance එකක් තියෙයි කියලා හිතනවා මේ වගේ ගේම් එක ස්පෙෂලි Valorant වගේ ගේම් එකකට අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම ඒගොල්ලන්ට comeback එකක් දෙන්න chance එකක් තියෙනවා ඒක වෙනවද නැද්ද කියන්න ඉතින් ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ අතේ තමයි තියෙන්නේ
ඔව් අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම ඒගොල්ලෝ යතේ තමයි තියෙන්නේ. ඒතරම ලුසිෆර් ක්‍රවුලි මම හිතන්නේ ඕගොල්ලෝගේ ක්වොලිෆයි එකකින් එළියට ආපු එනේ වෙෆ් මාස්ටර්ස් ලා මම හිතන්නේ සෙමි ෆයිනල් වෙනකම්ම සෑහෙන හොඳ තරගයක් දුන්නා. හැබැයි ඊයේ අන්තිම ටීම් නීක්ස් වලට තමයි පරදුනේ. හැබැයි මම හිතන්නේ හොඳ තරගයක් දුන්නා. ඒත් එක්කම ටීම් එක ගැන සහ මුළු ටූර්නමන්ට් එක ගැන මොනවද ඕගොල්ලෝගේ අදහස? කොහොමද කමියුනිටි එකේ තිබිලා තියෙන ෆීඩ්බැක් එක ටූර්නමන්ට් එක ගැන?
ඇතනම කිව්වාගේම අපේ ටීම් එක හොඳට කරා සෙමි ෆයිනල් වෙනකන්. ඉතින් එතනින් ඉස්සරහට එන්න බැරුණා. කමක් නැහැ. හොඳට කරා. ඉතින් ටූර්නමන්ට් එක ගැන කියනවා නම් හොඳ ටූර්නමන්ට් එකක්. ඉතින් Calyx එකට thank you මේ වගේ ටූර්නමන්ට් කරනකොට මේ වගේ Valorant community එකට හොඳ ටූර්නමන්ට් එකක් මේක. ඉතින් ඉස්සරහට මේ වගේ ටූර්නමන්ට් එකක් කියලා බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා. ඉතින් thank you game.lk එකටයි Calyx එකටයි මේ වගේ ටූර්නමන්ට් කරනකොට.
ඔව් ඒකම කවුලි මේ ප්‍රශ්නේ වාට කොහොමද මේ දැන් ඕගොල්ලෝ දැන් සෑහෙන ස්ට්‍රීම් කරන මම දන්නවා ඔය හතර දෙනාම අපිත් එක්ක ජොයින් වෙලා මේ ස්ට්‍රීමින් channel හතරම නැත්නම් අපිත් එක්ක ජොයින් වෙච්ච ඉන්ෆ්ලුවෙන්සර් ස්ට්‍රීමින් channel හතරම සෑහෙන ලොකු ෆොලෝවිං එකක් තියෙනවා ඕගොල්ලන්ට කමියුනිටි එකේ කට්ටියගේ ෆීඩ්බැක් එක කොහොමද තිබලා තියෙන්නේ තව කට්ටිය මේ ටූර්නමන්ට් එක ගැන අහනවද කට්ටිය Valorant ගහන්න තව පෙළඹෙනවද ඕගොල්ලෝ අහලා තියෙනවද Valorant ගේම් එක ගැන කොහොමද තත්ත්වය තිබලා තියෙන්නේ
අනිවාර්යෙන් මේ අපිත් මේක ස්ට්‍රීම් කරා එතකොට අපි සෙල්ලම් කරා අපිටත් දැන් මාර ආසාවක් තියෙනවා ආයෙසරක් සෙල්ලම් කරන්න දිගටම ඒ වගේම මේ අපි මේක දැම්මට පස්සේ සමහර කට්ටිය අහලා තියෙනවා මේ තව ඉස්සරහට තියෙනවද අපි සෙල්ලම් කරපු කට්ටිය කියලා තියෙනවා මේ කැපුණත් ආයෙ ඉස්සරහට ඊළඟ එකෙත් ඇවිල්ලා සෙල්ලම් කරනවා කියලා එතකොට දැන් ටික ටික ඔඩියන්ස් එක හැදීගෙන එන්නේ ඇත්තටම මේක හොඳ වැඩක් හොඳට කරනවා
thank you so much Crowley Daka what final question එක කොහොමද ටූර්නමන්ට් එක කොහොමද කමියුනිටි එකෙන් ෆීඩ්බැක් එක තිබිලා තියෙන්නේ වාගේ channel එකෙත් මම හිතන්නේ ඔය කට්ටියන ලොකු ෆොලෝවිං එකක් ඉන්න කට්ටියගේ කමියුනිටි එකේ කොහොමද ෆීඩ්බැක් එක තිබිලා තියෙන්නේ
දැනට ඉතින් කොහොමත් ඉස්සරහින් ඉඳන් ගොඩක් කට්ටිය අහනවා ඉතින් Valorant ගහන්න කියලා මේ ටෝර්නමන්ට් එකට කලින් දැන් ඉතින් කොහොමත් ටෝර්නමන්ට් එකත් එක්ක ඉතින් ගොඩක් කට්ටිය ආසයි ඉතින් අපිත් මේ වගේ ගේම්ස් ගහනවා බලන්න ඉතින් හැමදාම එකම ගේම් එක දාන්න නැතුව වෙනත් විදියට අලුතින් ගේම්ස් ඉන්ට්‍රොඩියුස් කරලා සමහර කට්ටියට ඉතින් මේ වගේ ගේම්ස් ගහන්න අවස්ථාව හම්බෙන්නේ නැහැ ඉතින් ඒගොල්ලන්ට මේ වගේ ගේම්ස් මොන වගේ ගේම්ස්ද ඒ වගේ අර එක එක ගේම්ස් ගහන්න කොහොමත් ආසයි ඉතින් දැනටම මම හිතන්නේ මේ ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ විතරනේ අපේ කමියුනිටි channels වලින් විතරක් නෙවෙයි කොහොමත් ලංකාවේ මම හිතන්නේ මේ ගේම් එක හිමීට පික් අප් වෙගෙන එන්නේ මේ වගේ ටෝර්නමන්ට්ස් කොහොමත් තියෙද්දි ගොඩක් කට්ටියට ඒක ඉන්ට්‍රස්ට් එකක් හැදෙනවා ඉතින් ගේමින් කැෆේස් වලට හරි දැන් ලොක්ඩවුන් එකත් ඉවර හින්දා සමහර විට ඉතින් ගේමින් කැෆේස් වලට ගිහලා ඒගොල්ලන්ට ඒක එතනට ගිහලා ප්ලේ කරන්න පුළුවන් chance එක හම්බ වෙනවා ඉතින් ඒක මම හිතන්නේ කොහොමද දැනට මේ පොසිටිව් ඉම්පැක්ට් එක තමයි තියලා තියෙන්නේ මේ ඕවර්ऑल කමියුනිටි එකට. ඉතින් ඒක මම හිතන්නේ ඉස්සරහට ඉතින් අපිට Valorant පොඩ්ඩක් උඩින් බලා ගන්න පුළුවන් වෙයි මේ ටෝර්නමන්ට්ස් වලදී.
Thank you so much, Daka. Thank you, Lucifer. Thank you, Crowley. Mataka joining us. There you have it, guys. That was Daka, Lucifer, and Crowley from 3 Idiots Gaming, as well as Daka streaming, sharing their thoughts on the tournament, as well as what impact it has had on the community. And rightly so, I think the feedback from the community has been absolutely immense. We have had a lot of people asking about the game, as well as trying to get into the game, as well as saying that the tournament itself, the format, how the tournament was held, and the prize pool that has been offered from Calyx Sri Lanka, the biggest that has been seen in Sri Lanka, has absolutely been an immense factor for all this team to come forth and give their best shot as well. Because mind you, I have seen Valorant tournaments in Sri Lanka before, but the amount of skill that has been brought to this tournament, especially because of, I think, the incentive as well. I mean, the biggest prize pool that has been seen, obviously helping out, but the skill level has exponentially grown. I feel like, because this is not the same team that I'm watching, especially the likes of Team Nix, New Order. I have seen these teams before, but they are on another level right now. I feel like I cannot understand how a team would improve so much within such a short period of time, especially the likes of Team Nix. They've improved so much. It's going to be interesting to see how they will fare up against Team WG New Order in this map number 2. And to talk a little bit more about it, I have, of course, Roscoe.
Hello, Terra, and rightly so. Team Nix and New Order have improved in a very short amount of time, and the next map is going to be another test. I don't think it's going to be a test for Nix, it's going to be a test for New Order, because Nix looked really good on Ascent, because you saw Kenji, who was constantly walking up mid-top. Team Nix will give, I feel like they might actually come back on this map. They might actually take this map from New Order, because if I was to weigh the two teams together right now, I think Nix have the better chance at Ascent. And I just hope that they have mentally reset, they've taken the time to talk things through, and got everything underway, you know, got prepared, and are coming, you know, with a fresh mindset to play this next map.
Yeah, I think that's where because like I said, I don't think Team Nix is a bad team here. It is not that WG New Order is so strong that Team Nix has no chance here. Team Nix is a really good team to have made it so far. I mean, 2-0ing some of the best teams in the country, so they definitely do have the skills to put the pressure onto WG New Order. It's just that I feel like WG New Order has got into their heads, and I think they need that reset. And like you said, I think Ascent, they do have the advantage, even though New Order did look strong against Lexus Gaming. But Team Nix here, Team Nix is no easy team here. I think on Ascent, like you said, Kenji, I think if Kenji starts firing up, I think it is going to be what they need on this map. And right, we are going into the agent select here. We do have Kenji picking up the jet as per usual, and Scrim on the jet. So it's almost a similar lineup coming out, and Crumbs is going to be on that Sentinel.
Yeah, he can't troll us anymore. We know he's going to be playing KJ on Ascent. But like you said, going to have to watch out for Kenji as well as Scrim. Now, Scrim has started to pop off. And the second he gets an operator in his hands on Ascent, we are going to be in for a treat. So we will need to keep our eyes out for these two Jetmins. And to add to that, Zero also moving away from the sky onto a more comfort pick, and that is Reyna. Zero did frag out a lot in all of Nix's games to carry them to most victories. So can hope for a better game from him as well.
Yeah, and basically mirror compositions almost, but the difference is going to be that double duelist lineup coming out from Team Nix, while the single duelist lineup coming out from New Order. They have picked up the Sky instead of going for that double duelist, but other than that, the compositions are similar, with Yastra coming in as well as the Sova. I mean, obviously Sova on Ascent critical, especially at the B side, and we saw Genshi with the Odin spam coming through multiple times against Lexus Gaming yesterday. We might see a similar thing happening today, but it is going to be New Order on the attack here, and Team Nix, this is a very heavily defense-favored map, so if they can get points on the board early and take that pressure off their mind, I think that's going to be key here. They need to win a couple of rounds here to get that pressure off what New Order has been putting on them.
Yeah, you called it out, right? If they can get those points early in the game, pressure will be mounted off their backs, and I think they're a team that are capable of doing that. So now what we can expect actually is Zero and Kenji both pushing down mid. But the thing is, I don't think New Order are a team that like to challenge mid too much. but I can't call it out right now because what if they decide to change their strats and go challenge mid early on as well?
They are defaulting for the time being. Two players going through towards B side tier, one player all the way at A main, two players peeking through mid as well. So they are defaulting right now on the side of Neo, but Scrim already inside side though. B side control taken. Meanwhile, we do have a small scuffle happening at mid. Genshi versus Genshi. Genshi gets one, but the crossfire coming in. There is no cover for him. But it might have worked out for them. That is the first trade falling.
Kenji might have scuffed his dash and got himself into a position he didn't want to be in. But he did manage to come up with at least one frag, and that's all you can ask from the man. Now Scrim still alive, he's fragging out, deciding to get a couple of frags, and Chromes, no! Pushing through the smoke, he does get caught out. Now they know where Scrim is, and the right click onto Scrim takes him out as well. The last two players for New Order are running it down to AS side. Kapumba with a reasonably good amount of HP, but Genshi, very low. He's going to have to go look for some early fights.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's looking to do. He is going to be peeking through Haven here towards CT. But going to back off for the time being, looking for a pick off if he can find one. I think they have an idea that Genshi might be playing here. He has dropped back down into side. The Owl Drone will go out. He's going to spot out a few players here all the way at Haven. How much of damage can they do here? The talent pool is going to be there. Meanwhile, the tide's coming on Kapumba solo, and Zero will clean out Genshi. This might be the first pistol round going in favor. Reheya will clean out the last kill onto Kapumba, and they will win the first pistol round. This is exactly what New Order wanted. Exactly what Team Mix wanted. And now with this buy round coming out, they should be able to clean this next round up as well, unless New Order surprises us and force buys again.
I don't think that'll be likely because Crumbs is not on the race, he's on the KJ, so not having Crumbs to go aggressively get these early duels, I do not think we will see New Order do that. But what happened in that previous round, the Scrim and I think it was Lino managed to get into B side, and Raya was still stationed in both towers, and he had a lot of utility to work with, so he bought a lot of time for his team to rotate in, and he kept himself alive.
Yeah.
Even though there was a couple of frags dropping towards mid. And
there's a fast push coming out, and meanwhile they do find one here. Already Genshi gets taken out as well. Zero and Cosmos good for the hold. And that is the spike down at B side here. Meanwhile, one player is still inside. Lino will get taken down. Lino good for one though. But going to be the last two players. Kapumba on a massive lurk here coming through CT. And it's going to be... Who is it? Crumbs being pushed out of B main here? I always forget that he's on a killjoy.
He's playing his life right now. He wants to do some damage, but Zero full HP. But forget Zero. Kenji is still alive. Kenji finds the frag, and now Kapumba has a lot to do. Best case scenario, do some damage, get a frag, get a spectre. They're not going to be able to do that because we'll clean him out.
Team Mix with points on the board, but now the gun round coming out from New Order. This is going to be the true test for Team Mix. Can they hold the rifle assault coming out from New Order with the specters that they have secured from that previous round? And Kenji is going to go into that sheriff because he wants to buy up to that operator next round, by the looks of it.
Yeah, and what we can expect from Kenji as well, once he buys that operator, is he's going to be able to play a lot more free. I mean, he is good with the rifle, but I feel like he plays a different game, a more looser game when he has the operator in his hand.
Yeah. And he wasn't able to buy it on Haven the entire time.
Yeah, because Nyx had like 2 rounds to play on defense.
Yeah.
Deploying drone.
They are defaulting yet again. New Order, they haven't really gone into any of the sites, but they are leaning towards B right now with Genshi lurking all the way in tree. A slow push. They are rotating the spike back into mid here, but this is really good discipline coming out from Team Mix. They haven't really moved out, and they are playing for just information here, holding down the sides, not really doing anything. Genshi though with the backstab, having lurked its way into CT right now, gets the first pick off. Need to be careful, but B side control is going to be taken. Cosmos still inside though, but the crossfire is going to be there. There's nothing that he can do. 4 players rushing him down. There's 2 players falling, 3 players falling with another pick being taken, but still good for.
Raya is good for one, but that's all he's good for. And I mean, New Order, I felt like they may have been on the back foot there with the fact that Scream had been tagged up as well. But they completely stopped, cut noise, and they waited for the contact from Genshi to come through from the flank through spawn. And New Order might have found their way back into this because that was a pretty good round for them either way. Losing just Scream, and Scream can easily go get an orb and bring up his Blade Storm for this round. And now, once again, similar default coming in from New Order, but they have to be a little bit more wary because Nyx have bought up as well, and Kenji has the operator. Now, Kenji pushing down mid. He was looking for a frag in mid, but we're not going to see him do his usual thing where he walks up mid with the support of Zero. Instead, he's going to back away, play a little bit more passive, but Scream peeking through the smoke. He wants to find some. The Scream is probably feeling like he's not going to lose any gun aim towards today, and Genshi does know that Kenji's there. Did Kenji time out? Because it looked like he wasn't doing anything. He does get caught by the dog, and Gears has fallen as well. Now it's all up to Raya on side. Raya gets one. It's good for one. Might be good for two. No, Genshi does close it out, and now last 2 remaining players have to come in from B, and it's 0-0 isolated in mid. He's being surrounded. New Order swarming him like a pack of hyenas. Zero does find one. Genshi is down, but there's still 3 more players he has to go through before he can defuse the spike. And Crom's just spamming it down. He's on 10 HP, but he doesn't care. He wants to get this kill onto Zero. And Zero trying to buy himself some time to make a play. Zero gonna get spotted out by the turret. Crom spings it, but Zero, he finds one. Not gonna be good for the next Scrim. Crom's basically baits out his teammate. Doesn't matter, works out for them in the end. And with that, New Order will equalize to 2. And a timeout being called as well. I think it's a technical pause. I think it's because, was it Kenji who timed out? No, it might be Genji who has timed out.
Hi Roscoe, are you here?
Oh, Terra, welcome back, yes.
Yeah. Yes, my PC decided to give up on me, so I am back, but
you are back, and what you are witnessing might be a win condition for New Order because there is a tech pause. I don't know who called it, but Genshi isn't moving.
Genshi isn't moving. That's
Okay.
basically a win condition.
Yeah,
know,
okay,
back,
no,
he's
he's back, he's back. It's all good.
It's all good indeed. Was it? Yeah, it was him who disconnected, so the game is going to get resumed back up.
Yeah, and New Order do take that 4th round as well, and they equalize the scoreline finally. And once again, it seems to be Genshi getting into these very weird positions to catch out a couple of players from Nyx. I think Kenji as well got completely caught out, completely outdone by the combination of Lino and Genshi that round. And oh my lord, Lino gets deleted by Raya and Kenji. And they're going to run in to try to pick up that gun. Kapumba lying in bed. Not going to be able to counter that. The gun has been recovered for Nyx.
Concealment.
And look at these aggressive positions that the side of Team Nyx has taken, and they might be reading that they send the owl drone in to spot this out. Swim goes in, will take out Zero here, looking for more. The peak is going to come through, but Cosmos is not going to be able to get it. Swim good for 2, but again Gears gets a lovely head tap. Looking for more here, finds another. Gears working with the Sheriff here, making it a 2v3. This is really good save round coming out from Team Nyx here already. And Croms is going to go in that, they have no idea, but Kenji comes in from markets, will clean Croms up down to the last man. Now Kapumba will be good for the kill, on to Kenji. Last man surviving up against 2, the guns recovered. Can Gears make it happen? He knows that this is going to happen, that Kapumba might come into sight here. He goes in, oh Kapumba though, the read. He knew that Genshi is going to be holding this.
The problem here is if Niwada wanted to play in this clutch situation, it is Kapumba. Kapumba comes, but no, it's Gears! Gears keeps things alive and kicking for Nyx. He finds 3 Sheriff kills on the round. Brilliant stuff.
3 with the Sheriff, and it was all with that initial opening from Reheya all the way at B main here.
Alarm bot.
This is that opening kill from Reheya, Lino getting deleted and Kenji getting deleted as well from Gears. Gears getting 2 kills there. Critical. Kenji coming in through markers. The timings for Team Nyx was impeccable in that round.
Concealment.
And from what we're seeing, I feel like the slow play for Niwada doesn't seem to be working out too well. But I think they are doing this mainly because they want one of their players to get into some weird position. That has been Genshi these past couple of rounds.
Shock dart does tag up Scream here. They are on a save. Minor shuffle happening. Crumbs has got himself in. No one was watching this. Will clean out Gears, but the trade is going to be there from Cosmos. The Bladestorm is up for Scrim here. Meanwhile, on the other side, we have them going into side here. New Order into A side. Reheya does get spotted inside Hell. It will be cleared here, and the kills coming to Kenji. Though Kenji is going to be able to dash out. He does have the operator in hand, but Lino is going to be good for the tap. Now this is trouble for Team Nyx. It's going to be a 2v2. Genshi jumps up at the right.
Oh my lord.
Timing.
I was not expecting this round to go in favor of New Order, but the way they played it so clinical. And I mean, I'm pretty sure you saw how methodical they were with clearing out A side as well. They sent a Hawk to Hell to check if there was a player there, and Reya's position was given away.
Yes, it was. I think it was also Kenji not landing his Bladestorm shots and missing the upshot onto Lino afterwards, hurting them. Now another save round coming out from Team Nyx, but save rounds has been working out for them. But in this situation, Crumbs will take out Cosmos. The trade is going to be there from 0. Lino spots out just Kenji all the way in sight here. Just gets spotted. He's going to get pushed from tree here. He needs to be careful. Playing with fire right now, but Reheya going to be good for the kill on the trade at least after Kenji did go down. But the spike is coming towards Scrim with the operator picks out 0 here. Looking for more. No. Gears with the whiffs happening.
One enemy remaining.
Scrim gets out alive, and Lino's there for the support. Scrim almost landed that next shot, but Lino was there with a long range spectacle.
But the whiff there from Genshi hurting them in the end, because I think Genshi did have a free kill there. Not Genshi, sorry.
Yes, he
yeah.
did. He did have a free kill. If he had found that kill on the Scrim, things could have turned out better for Nyx. But even you have to feel for Kenji. Kenji being basically boxed in by both initiators. He gets caught by the wolf, and then spotted out by the owl drone as well. And this man probably feeling extremely unlucky that round.
Another gun round coming out from both sides now, and it's going to be a fast B hit by the looks of it. Owl drone clearing things out. They are rushing into side. Kenji actually holding. Oh my god, the spam coming through. The read from Kapumba will clean out Kenji, who was holding a judge there. The reads have been insane. Meanwhile, Cosmos will take down Lino. We'll find another. Cosmos good for 2. Some clean shots coming out, and he gets the 3k as well. Gears with the Hunter Spirit distracting them long enough. Now down to the last 2 in sight here, and up against the 4 players coming into sight. 0 coming in. He is clearing out these angles. Not going to find anyone because both are in sight here. Meanwhile, Kapumba good for 1, but Cosmos is going to be there for the trade. Genshi in a 1v3 gets 1, gets 2. Genshi, is he going to get the 3rd? No way. This man clutches this out.
Oh my god, Genshi versus Reya. Reya pulls out the classic.
No
but it's
way!
Genshi!
That's a 2v4. that New Order won, and all on the back of Genshi with the 3K, holding it down for New Order.
Kenshi with the godlike clutch coming in to make sure that New Order do not feel shook up. My heavens, the way New Order are playing right now, you have to love it. These guys, clean and crisp.
Yeah, I think majority of it is just the gunplay from these guys on New Order has been on point on all 5 players. They don't seem to be missing here. Meanwhile, Kenji does get spotted out. He will get taken out by Scrim. Scrim takes out another here, but Cosmos with 2 clean Sheriff headshots here will make it an all-even fight. But this is B-side control completely gone. Cosmos. Kenshi has an idea that Cosmos might be here though. He hasn't pushed it.
You are divided.
But the flank also is going to be coming in. And the Astral Divide will go out. Cosmos still playing with fire here. And
oh my god, Genshi!
The read, the rifle upgrade. Reheya in a 1v1 now. 10 HP on Kapumba. And he gets it, Reheya with the clutch, and a thrifty round coming out again from Team Neeks. Their saves has been insane, making it a 4-5 though.
And I mean, you have to give credits to Cosmos. Cosmos finding 2 quick succession Sheriff headshots might have been what gave Nyx the chance in that round. It's been Cosmos and it's been Gears as well, finding this very clean. I've seen the entire team of Nyx have been finding this very clean Sheriff rounds for them. But also, you have to feel for Kenji once again, getting spotted by the Aldrone and bitten by the Wolf. He has not found any luck this game.
Yeah, he hasn't been given a break the entire time. But hopefully he can step up. He does have the op in hand. He is going to get smoked off, and he does seem to be pushing it out though. Going to be backing off, and another default coming out from New Order here again. Going in and not clearing it. Zero getting the cross just at the right moment. He's going to be able to get that first pick here, and has dismissed back into markets.
Careful.
Again, a lot better gameplay coming out from Team Nyx here. Very methodical in their defense, not really peeking unnecessarily. Kenji holding this up, and he does get the pick off on the string. Very much needed, and now it's a 3-5. Lino does have the blind in hand. Is he going to use it though? Smoke is going to be there. He takes it out. Gears, in the meantime, does find Chroms as well, making it a 2v5 now. Gears down to 2 HP. Is he going to peek this? Kapumba. Oh my god, the spam coming in. Kapumba will take down Gears, but the trade is going to be there from Cosmos. Lino in the meantime finds Kenji, but the trade from Zero will clean it out, making it a 5-5. A much even game coming out from Team Nyx here.
And it seems that they have been able to reset. This is looking really good for Team Nyx. They are starting to find their first bloods as well on the hands of Zero, and I think it's been more often than not, it's been Cosmos who's been finding a lot of first bloods.
All right, now the only problem I feel like for Team Nyx is that this is a heavily defense-favored map, and breaking even on defense is not what you want to be doing. But against a team like New Order, you take what you can get at this point.
Indeed,
Placed
and
on
now we're gonna
for Scrim. He is going to close the door, but now the Aldrone spotted things out, and Scrim is going to be there for the kill with the updraft coming in, and this side has been taken control of. And the retake. They did manage to upgrade into a Spectre.
And I think we're going to watch Scream. Scream is probably going to go challenging some early fights. He has the Blade Storm. Both Jets, I think they whip, but the Scream round of bullets, no. He finds another with the Sheriff. He's still alive and kicking. Lino misses his shots. And the trades go back and forth, and my word, the bloodbath on that retake.
What are these save rounds? Like, both teams seem to be winning save rounds more than their buy rounds.
I have a theory. And it's that teams tend to play a more loose game, play more their game when they are on a save round. You know, it feels like you have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
You can go do what you want. I feel like that may be why we're seeing a lot of save round wins.
Well, this is going to be a full gun round. Rehe is going to be the only man on a half shield Spectre, with the rest of them being able to full buy. Operator in the hands of Scrim as well. I mean, attack or defense, doesn't really matter. This man is going to be playing it. He does get tagged down low here. Scrim does get spotted out, and that is going to be Kenji for the kill. And they are going to be pushing through mid here. The Seekers go out, and in the meantime, Gears will find Kapumba, but the trade is going to be there from Lino here. A numbers advantage still for Team Nix here. But the boxing coming out, Kenji goes in, takes one, takes two, but no Genji with the trades here. 0 and Kenji both going out. Genji holding it down, making it an even fight now with the lockdown coming out as well. Can they do it? They are behind sight here. The spam through the boxes, not finding a kill here. Cosmos going to be good for one. It's going to be down to Reheya. Reheya finds one. Can he do it? It seems like a repeat, but no, Reheya is going to be good for the kill. And it is going to be an all-even half coming out between these two teams.
Things not looking too bad for New Order either. This 6-6 scoreline might actually favor New Order. But we finally saw a little bit of a taste of what Knicks are really capable of that round. Kenji feeling very aggressive, going down mid, not really giving too much away. He found Scrim as well. It's not often you see Scrim missing his shots, but that is what happened.
And we are looking at the replay of that Reheya being able to crush this good stuff coming out from him. Last time he did lose this fight up against the same player actually. It was Genshi actually in a 1v3 the last time. This time it was a 2v2 and Reheya was able to clean it out. So the question in the chat was asked what the scoreline prediction was for this game. The prediction is that it is going to be 9-13 in favor of New Order. We'll have to wait and see whether that prediction will hold true. It was actually from, who was it? Lasat Randika making the prediction. Let's see whether it holds true. While
did you say 9-13?
9-13, yes.
In favor of New Order, okay. Let's see what happens here.
Meanwhile, Team Nix on the attack here. We haven't really seen too much coming out. Too much aggression actually coming out from New Order here, but mid control has been taken. They are going to be going through markets east side by the looks of it. Meanwhile, Kenji playing with fire here. Genshi will taken down by the trades happening left and right. The right click from Gears there takes out Kapumba. It misses the 3v3. The plant will go down finally, and now for the retake that is going to come out from New Order. Can they make it happen here? Markets is still being held. They don't know that there is a giant. No, it is not actually. Sorry. The blind is going to be there. Lino is good for the kill, but the trade is going to be there. But Scrim again onto Reheya, now making it a 1v2. 0. Good for another. A 1v1. Crumbs versus 0. Can they make it happen? He's going to try and stick the defuse here behind the boxes. He's going to push it down. And the bot spots him out. And Crumbs is going to be able to clean it out. And gets the first pistol round. 7-6.
That round was mayhem all over the map, and I mean, what is it with Crumbs and playing so well with his utility? He seems to be doing it on every Asian. That was a setup for him to be able to defuse the spike, and it's something that I mean, I'm not used to seeing, but I'm pretty sure it's the slowing effect of the turret that actually, there we go, won him that round.
But right now, the gun round coming out for the side of Ares. Scary. Meanwhile, Scrim pushes out, gets taken down by Cosmos. Already, that's going to be. Is it a rifle? I mean, a Spectre recovered? No, I don't think Scrim bought up. Might have been saving up for the top. Cosmos tagged down low here though. Down to 22 HP. The bot will get taken down. Oh, the gravity pull with the nano swarm not working out too. They're still holding this angle. Kenji going to be good for 1, good for 2 now. This is going to be New Order in trouble. Down to low HP though. Genji has made himself through here. Meanwhile, Zero will take out one and they are going to win this 50 round, making it a 7-7. Team Nyx putting pedal to the metal here against New Order. This is the Team Nyx that we are used to seeing right now.
Also wasn't expecting Crumb's scream to fall down so early. Team New Order did hold down A-main pretty well, but Nyx held it better.
Yeah, they did. This is turning out to be a banger of a game, and this is what we wanted from a grand final. Not that 13-2 that we saw initially, but Scream already finding the kill onto Kenji. A clean headshot coming out from him. Whether this man is on an op or a marshal does not really matter. But Shotty in the hands of Crumbs, who has moved out, and he's going to be able to steal the alt top right in front of their faces. Reheya, he is not going to push this. He is holding it down, moving himself up. Lino does get spotted. Here, oh, the bot spots out Reheya. He is going to back off. A lot more of a slower gameplay coming out from Team Nyx, and this is what you need to do against New Order here for their aggressive playstyle. But we see New Order has also slowed things down. They are not washing out of sight. Meanwhile, Genshi holding Kabi here. He might find one. No, he does not find the kill. And meanwhile, Genshi finally gets taken down. Zero is going to be good for the kill. That's numbers advantage. The spam through comes in, and Cosmos will find Crumbs. Kapumba, in the meantime, finds a pistol kill onto Gears. The trade is going to be there, and another kill coming out for Zero. He's going to be able to dismiss out Scrim down to 22 HP. So a 3v2 retake. He does get spotted. Scrim with a Marshal and 22 HP. No way to take out the bot without dying right now, being on 22 HP. And the squad is not going to push this. Okay, finally the help comes through. They will take out that bot from the Killjoy. Trying to look for better weapons. Only going to find a Sheriff. The blind comes through. Lino, good for the kill on Cosmos, but Zero is going to be there for the trade down to Scrim in a 1v2. Can he clutch this out? Spike is going to go off, and now he is looking for exit frags right now. Might find one, he does not. Reheya going to be good for the flick and will find the kill onto Scrim, making it an 8-7. Team Nyx taking the lead here.
Things are looking really good for Team Nyx, and it was a good call from Nyx not to push down B main, because that was the way Crumbs was set up, and instead when they went down through mid, that was that put Genji and Crumbs completely out of position to take up fights that were not going to get them that win.
I'm loving this. I really do want to see this Ice Pocket Decider. If Team Nyx can pull this off against a New Order here. 8-7. The push is towards the A side mostly, but the spike is all the way at tiles. Again, I think this is the pace. I think Team Nyx has been able to slow this down a lot, and is forcing New Order to try and play their game instead, and this is exactly what they wanted from the team. But meanwhile, as we said, Kenji does get spotted. Crumbs is going to be good for the kill on to Fear, and that's the spike being down on mid. Kenji also down to low HP, 58 HP. He is going to swing, but there is a man already who has got in there. Kapumba going to be able to take out Kenji, going to be moving back into 3, but there's 2 players down. Again, a very slow push. It's a 5v3. Kapumba. The blind goes out. He is going to be able to dodge it, but Lino and Kapumba going to be good for the kills. Reheya comes in with the trade. Looking for more Scrim to spam through. Reheya is going to be able to get it. 1v3, he's going to pick, he gets one, but no, he's not going to be able to get the next. Crumbs will be able to clean it up onto Rahaya, making it an 8-8. What an even game this is turning out to be.
So extremely close, and Crom still getting the first blood on the Killjoy. He goes down mid. He does almost actually find Kenji, but Kenji gets tagged down, and then he repositions to find Fear. And then if you were paying attention during that that scuffle that was going on in mid, and these guys, Team Nick spamming down towards market, Kapumba came out of guard and repositioned just in time to find one more before he was able to fall back. So these guys are on another level when it comes to positioning themselves right now.
Yes, that is true. Right now, we do have Team Nix trying to push through into a main here. No real mid control has been taken so far. We do see a Zero moving through mid though. Tagged up is going to be Gears. I really love the setup that Kroms has. This is not standard setups from Killjoys. He's playing this Killjoy so aggressively. Battle KJ. You do see battle Sages, but not battle Cages. But this is exactly what is happening. Kapumba will find a kill onto Zero. Finds another onto Cosmos as well. Already in trouble, Team Nix. They are going to be able to cross out here, but Kroms with the spam gets one, gets two. He's looking for the last man surviving. Kenji gets blinded up. They are looking for him, and Strim is going to be able to get that kill, making it a 9-8 and maybe forcing Team Nix to go into a save here.
Another save. This is not looking good for Nix, and New Order seems to be finding their footing in this game. And especially on the hands of Kroms. Kroms been doing so much in terms of slowing down the push and getting the frags. But look at the scoreboard. It's the silent man Kapumba who's actually been fragging out for the team, and I think that's a lot to do with how he's been positioning himself throughout this map and throughout this game.
Now the save round coming out. The Blade Storm popped up by Kenji here. At tiles looking for anyone peeking through tree, not going to find anyone, but Scrim has moved all the way in to B main. Alarm bot triggered. They are going to be backing off. First knife from Kenji misses. Kenji is going to be looking at. Oh, Scrim will find Zero in the meantime here, who was stationed outside of B main. Meanwhile, the right click not landing here, but the trades are going to be there, and everyone will just fall down to the last man, Rahaya, up against basically almost everyone here. Kroms did get the kill that this man is here, and will clean it out to make it double digits for New Order here, 10-8. The prediction was 13-9, and it seems to be going that way for New Order so far.
13-9. And New Order is slowly inching away. They do have a 2-round buffer now, but this is Nix's buy round again, and Team Nix have been really good on their buy rounds. Forget the save. The saves are good on defense, but on the attacking half, it has been their buy rounds, being able to outgun New Order in a couple of them.
Yeah, it is another buy round coming out. Genshi is going to be on that Odin. He's going to be holding down B side basically alone. And the hit is going to be towards A side, but look at the read from New Order. They are stacking. They are moving out. It is a pause actually. Technical pause called out. The match resuming back up, and it's going to be a hit. All players on the side of Team Nix gathered up towards A side. There are going to be only two inside for the time being. Rahaya does have the lockdown. They are trying to work with this, I think.
Lino and Kroms alone can stall for time. There's so much utility to stop this because Kroms is not playing an aggressive KJ this round. And
Oh my
Kapumba and
God.
Kroms! with the God peaks clear out mid, and now the last 3 players have to make it in from A main. But look at this utility they have to get through. Kenji gets caught out. The last 2 players still stuck in A main. What do they do from here? Time running out, and the players from New Order are going to push them down. Jesus.
A flawless round coming out from a New Order, and now they are in trouble. Team Nix are forced to probably save again. They'll have to force by here. They cannot allow New Order to get into match point, and we might see a force, but no, they are going to save. No, they are forcing. They are forcing this.
They have to force.
This-
They have to force.
yeah.
This is New Order already have a map in the bag. They have to force. They want to keep their dreams alive.
But they have saved actually. We have multiple sheriffs coming up, but still with the operator already pushing through B main here. This round is critical. Oh, Crom's already finding Reheya at tiles. Not going to be good. Scrim reveals his operator at B main and does back off.
Oops.
Oh, lovely shot coming out from Kenji. The headshot onto Lino, so making it an even fight. Maybe a rifle recovered if he goes for it. Shock darts flying into Crumbs here. Crumbs peeks through, gets one. Kapumba managed to get Cosmos as well. Down to the last 2 players here. Who better than Zero and Kenji to make this happen? He does get one.
And Kenji does recover rifle as well. Now Kapumba and Scream going to peek and looking for the last man. Kenji's still alive. He finds Chromes. But Scream
Scream
will
wins.
shut it down.
And that's going to be match point coming out for Team New Order. Team Nix, this is tournament life in the balance, and of course Team New Order going to be very happy with this performance. 2-0ing in the finals would be the dream for them right now, and of course taking the biggest Valorant tournament that has happened in the country. 8-12 match point for Team New Order. Can they make it happen? Technically, according to prediction, Team Nix has to win one more round.
And I think it might be possible. I think they have the credits to buy up this round as well.
Yep.
Oh my
They
god,
still
but what
have
is
the
this?
lockdown to work with.
What is this play? The defenders are in attacker spawn and the attackers are still in A main.
No way, they are not going to be expected. This is a backstab that is going to come out. The crab walking through CT. No way,
Oh my
the crab
god,
walking
New
through spawn.
Order! Why are you
Look at
like
this.
this, New Order?
You are divided.
Why? What
Astro Duo
satisfaction?
You should run.
What satisfaction does this bring
Oh,
you? And now
no.
we watch Lino leading the charge among these players who
Oh,
are crab
no.
walking through him. And they don't even have to worry about the lockdown because they're nowhere near it. They're in
no.
him.
Zero is going to pick and he's going to be in for a surprise here. But Ray are going to be good for 1 gears. Oh my lord, a bloodbath at B main here. Now the information is there that everyone is going to be in B main coming. A main here. The Astral Divide will go out. They are going to go in, Scrim trying to go in, but they will clean out Kenji as well. Kapumba down to the last man. Cosmos gets one. He's up against. Oh no, he has to reload. Here he is fighting up against everyone. Cosmos. No. Ooh. Scrim almost crushed it out, but it's going to be Cosmos making it a 9-12. The predictions might be right here, but what a clowny play coming out from New Order.
And it almost worked.
Look at the replay. A train of crab walking led by. Who was it led by actually? Was it Lino? Sorry.
It was Lino. Lino led the
Yeah, it
charge
was.
because he had the flashes. New Order, why do you have to do this? Why
In the
New Order?
grand finals, crab
I mean-
walking to spawn.
I mean, it's funny. We like it, but do you like it?
I mean, they lost the round off of that. Almost won it though, to be fair.
They
This
almost-
is going to be big. Scream will get taken down by Reheya. Is New Order going to regret this? Meanwhile, Qualms is not going to be taken down. The operator in the hands of Kenji did not manage to find that kill. But Genshi and Kapumba has moved all the way into middle here.
And I think this is what I was talking to you about before. Team Nyx holding down, trying to kill time and take the momentum off of New Order, because that seems to be what has worked for them in the past. They're expecting New Order to keep pushing. Look at this, they're going to clear out mid again because they think there will be players pushing them, but they are right. The call is right because there is two players in mid, and they might. Oh no.
This is interesting here. Genshi does find Kenji here already, and the Odin's play coming out. Kapumba will find another, and now the Hunter's Fury is going to clear out gears. This might be all over. The predictions might be right here. Zero will take out one, but will get traded. The Kapumba with the trade, and that is New Order taking it 13-9. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. New Order closing it out 2-0 in the grand finals against Team Nyx. What a performance it has been, and these guys have been entertaining, mind you. We had everything. We had them trying to knife. We had them crab walking through CT. I mean, they had everything. We had them rushing on defense the entire time against Team Nyx as well, but definitely proving themselves the top dogs when it comes to Valorant in Sri Lanka, and uncontested, mind you. They haven't dropped a map throughout the entire tournament, closing every match, I think, through the qualifiers, coming in 2-0, 2-0. But wait, actually, they might have dropped a map against UG in the qualifiers, if I'm not mistaken.
No, they dropped a map against Cloy as well. It was a 3. Yeah, the first map, the first qualifier they faced during this weekend, I cannot recall who it was against, but they did drop a map. It was a best of 3, and it went to all 3 maps in the beginning.
Mm-hmm. But what a performance it has been. I mean, we knew these guys were the tournament favorites, and they proved why they were. I mean, such a amazing performance coming out. And Kapumba on the Astra, 24 frags under his belt. This man, you're talking about how impactful he has been throughout the entire tournament, and he proved himself by being the top fragger as well at the end of the game. 24 frags under his belt.
Yeah, not just that. I want to highlight that this guy is probably the best. He is the best Astra in the country right now. Absolutely incredible utility usage for the team. This man deserves to be top frag.
Yeah, and that is going to be a Team New Order taking home 45,000 rupees in prize money on top of that 16,000 that they won in the qualifiers, being the qualifying winners coming through Tahik Gaming's qualifier. They were able to secure themselves 16,000 there, and they are going to be walking away with 45,000 rupees for that first place as well. What a performance it has been, claiming the crown as the top dogs. They were second for the longest time running. They did go through a roster shuffle, but claiming that #1 spot now, and uncontested by the looks of it. Team Nyx did show signs of life in that second map on Ascent, but WG New Order again playing mind games completely with Team Nyx. I mean, what do you do against a team that is able to pull off things like this against another team in the tournament grand finals? This is just a mental game right now that New Order has been playing, and they are going to come out on top. And the prediction, let me get this man's name, Lasat Randika, the prediction made by him being on point, 13-9, the scoreline reading. He made this prediction just after the first half ended at 6-6. He made the prediction 13-9. So, I mean, we should be seeing him as an astrologer.
Yeah. I mean, if you're able to bring him up on screen as well, you need to find out whether he paid both teams to get this scoreline right. I mean, that's a very accurate call out, but I mean, rightly so. Good stuff coming in. I mean, New Order, I think I've seen these guys more than any other team make their way into attacker spawn when they're on defense.
Yeah, actually though, they are actually playing majority of their game while defending on the attacker side of the spawn, and when they're on attack, they're on the defender side of the spawn. I mean, it doesn't really matter which side they're on the basically they are living in the enemy team's head. Basically that's about it. Whether it's attacking or defending, that doesn't really matter. New Order lives in the enemy's head, and they have proven time and time again that there is no one right now to contest them, and proving themselves in the grand finals against a team that went 2-0 against almost every team that was thrown against them, getting through multiple OTs, claiming themselves the OT gods as well, taking multiple OTs against Miss Walkers, twice, mind you. They went into multiple OTs against Mistwalkers in the qualifiers, then coming in to the quarterfinals, they 2-0'd them, and then taking it to OT again against with Masters in Breeze, still winning it out, and then having to come into the grand finals and getting 13-2 in the first map is going to hurt them a lot. But in the long run, I feel like these things to work on. There's definitely a team that can improve with given enough time. And from what I've heard, they do have the years in their bag as well to make their way through as one of the top teams in Sri Lanka. But right now, it is going to be New Order holding that crown as the undefeated, uncontested by top dogs in Valorant for Sri Lanka. And we do have the head-to-head coming up between the two players as well. Let's have a look at the head-to-head. It is going to be Kapumba, the Astra player, no less, going up against the Reina on the side of Team Nick. Zero is going to be there. It's 19 kills to 24, but this time around, not too much of a difference, but 4 first bloods on an Astra. That's not something that you see all the time.
Yeah, Kapumba, he was always finding himself in really good positions. And I mean, Kroms was also close behind, as well as Scrim. Genshi did his work in the first map. He was top play, he was outclassing everyone in the first map, and now he was like, give the baton over to Kapumba. So these, I mean, you called it rightly so before. Everyone on the side of New Order can frag out and clutch rounds for the team, and that's probably what this winning concoction is for New Order.
Yeah, I mean, they're not bound by the roles of, a sentinel, a initiator, a duelist. They're not bound by it, and that has exactly been what has been working for them so far the entire time of the tournament. I mean, we did have these guys playing on Kroms, the likes of Kroms playing on a sentinel as well as a duelist, fragging out extremely hard throughout the entire tournament. And again, Kapumba as well, and then Genshi, cannot forget the performance that he has had on that SOA. We did see him holding down sites almost alone, single-handedly taking out multiple players rushing into C site on that Haven game that we had, the first match that we did see. So an absolutely insane performance coming out from this team, and they do deserve this top spot. And with that, we do have another segment coming up. It is going to be the winners of the community competition for this final week. Sadly enough, it is the final weeks of Calyx Sri Lanka's Influencer Showdown, but let's have a look who is going to be taking away this final Valorant gift card that is going to be offered from Calyx Sri Lanka. Let's have a look at the winning clip. It is going to be Charaka, yes, the Marshal. I mean, this has to be, I mean, those are some clean headshots coming out from him to clutch the round. Definitely deserving. Oh, wow. Some insane. I think they were on a save as well, I think, in that round. But definitely deserving. I think I mentioned this as well as one of the contenders for the top spot. So
yeah, you did. And I was talking about how the guys on the opposing side probably regretted turning on their PCs that day.
I might be able to get a job from Lasat Randika about from astrology, the predictions being made, I made a correct prediction, guys.
Yeah.
But
well done,
they've been wrong most of the time, but I was right with the clip at least. But yes, so with that, we do have the tournament coming to an end. What a ride it has been. 5 weeks of action-packed Valorant courtesy of Calyx Sri Lanka. A massive shout out for them. The format of the tournament, the production team has been absolutely insane. Of course, the tournament organizers, Calyx Sri Lanka themselves, massive hats off to them, bringing in the influencers, top 4 influencers in the country to join them in the mission to increase the numbers in Valorant in Sri Lanka and take Valorant in Sri Lanka to that next level. And I think their objective definitely has been achieved. I think the teams improved over the tournament. We had some insane teams coming in. We had teams that were not heard of making their way through, the likes of up-and-coming teams. We saw up-and-coming teams like IWNL performing, even though we did not see them in the top 8. I do need to mention them. They had a really good performance throughout the qualifiers. And then the likes of WIF Masters, the dark horses of the tournament, absolutely insane performance up until that semi-finals against Team Nix. Even in that semi-final, they did manage to put up a massive fight. And not forgetting our neighboring country, Maldives, Lexus Gaming coming in. I mean, what a performance they have had. We did see some insane plays coming out from the likes of Maestro and City as well. 2 players to watch out for in future tournaments as well. And again, Revolutionary Gamers, bit of a lackluster performance, but still making their way through into the top 8. Hats off to them as well. All these players definitely proving that there is a future in Sri Lanka as well as the region for Valorant when it comes to that international stage. So hopefully they can keep working on it, and hopefully Calyx Sri Lanka will be looking to expand more and more with having more and more tournaments for Valorant in Sri Lanka as well. So massive hats off to them. Again, guys, I want to thank everyone, the viewers especially, who has been joining us for these 5 weeks. Every weekend we have been, I'm pretty sure the teams have entertained you, and thank you so much for joining us. And the clip submissions coming out from the community as well has been absolutely insane. Hope you guys will enjoy those Valorant gift cards that have been given away from Calyx themselves. But having said that, thank you so much, Roscoe, as well, and to all the influencers who joined me in this journey of 5 weeks throughout this tournament. Thank you so much. But until we do see y'all again next time, I don't know when it's going to be, but hopefully soon. Until we do see y'all again, thank you so much. But it's going to be me, Tara, and Roscoe both signing off. Hope you guys have a lovely year ahead. See you guys.
Hi හැමෝටම.
Hello හැමෝටම.
අයිබොන් හැමෝටම
Hello everyone.
ඔක්තෝබර් 1 වෙනිදා පටන් ගන්න Calyx Influencer Showdown තරගාවලියේ
මගේ ටීම් එකට
මගේ ටීම් එකට
මගේ ටීම්ස් වලට සපෝට් කරන්න.
අපේ ටීම් එක සපෝට් කරන්න අමතක කරන්න එපා. Calyx Influencer Showdown තරගාවලිය විඳන්නේ කවුද?
Calyx Influencer Showdown තරගාවලිය දිනන්න යන්නේ කවුද?
දිනන්නේ කවුද?
කමෙන්ට් එකක් දෙන්න බලන්න